Don't you be afraid.
Hey guys, welcome to the ANX Weekly Update, where we bring you the latest video game, anime, and movie news. I'm Unbiased Ann, I'm here with Genesis and Raymond. Hey guys.
What's going on?
What up? It's too early for this.
It is too early. That's my fault, isn't it?
Got a little something for that.
Yeah, and I'm sure this is just water, no vodka added.
Oh, Lord.
What?
That's for your show, right?
Yeah, sure, whatever, man.
All right.
He's getting prepped.
Well, before we talk about your show, let's talk about our show. Follow us. Make sure to follow us, ANX Gamecast, on all social media outlets and wherever you get your favorite podcasts. If you're watching this on AVersion TV on YouTube, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get all the updates on when we drop new shows. Y'all ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Round one.
What is this? Who are these people? I don't plug people.
You don't plug people?
No.
You want me to plug myself?
Sure.
That sounds dirtier than what I'm meant to be.
We just got to turn the cameras off, though. But, yeah, I mean, Mike B.
Did you say you just had to turn the camera
Turn
off?
the camera off.
And then do your thing.
And then plug
Whatever.
myself. I got you, thanks.
Yeah, Mike B likes to plug a lot of people when he comes and on the show for some reason. I don't know why, but
No, that's not. I'm barely wanting to plug myself or our show, man.
but at least I know you. So
That's true.
What is this? Go and get your plug in.
Man, all right. So Raymond from Vagabond Nerds. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube sometimes. We have been, like everyone else, doing these COVID shows, not in our normal studio setting, but I think no slam to our studio or anything else like that. It's just it's been a lot more comfort being able to do it from your house. And so I know for us, we don't live that far apart from each other, so it's this ease makes it better. But yeah, Vagabond Nerds, we're on Facebook. You can reach out to us on vagabondnerds@gmail.com. Facebook, it's Vagabond Nerds at facebook.com. You got us on YouTube. Please follow, like, and subscribe, man.
All right, sounds good. We'll make sure to have links to all that stuff down in the description below. And for all my listeners, all my 2 listeners out there, when you go to his page to watch their show, ask them to join AVersion TV. Just spam that down in the comment section. Anyway,
spam it. We're gonna tell our 2 listeners as well.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do the same thing.
And you guys mainly do like movie reviews.
We're kind of sporadic, and it's one of the reasons we pick Vagabond as a name is because we just want to be everywhere talking about everything. So
Yeah, no limits.
Yeah, we don't normally do video games unless it's something we're really excited about. So if you are reaching out to us to listen, it's going to be strictly really probably movies, games, comics, and I say games, I just kid. Movies, comics, we do some sci-fi stuff. We've had artists from comic book runs on there. We've had some
musicians.
We've actually had a couple of people from the History Channel on their aliens.
Had a couple of people from ANX Gamecast.
Had some great people from ANX Gamecast. That was my favorite. We see, even when we do video games, we leave it to the professionals at ANX Gamecast.
Yeah, and that would be
Unbiased Ann.
Yeah, exactly.
Not me.
Yeah, I'm the pro.
So anyway, yeah,
That's what I was told.
I think it's been about a year since you've been on the show, man. You literally live around the corner.
It doesn't feel that long.
It doesn't.
Bro,
Like,
you
I mean,
live around the corner.
I know, and we see each other more often than that. I just know that we just haven't been able to do this for whatever reason.
So the last show we did is Dark Phoenix review. For some strange reason, we did that. But it is out there. I will also put that link down in the description so you can hear Raymond's first visit to our show.
A lot less drunk, that show.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's get into the next bit of ANX updates. New this week. Let me see.
Fourth wall.
I actually got this last week. I just forgot to do it. The Mewtwo, the Funko Pop, the Mewtwo. It's my favorite Pokemon. It is one of the best Pokemon, regardless of what they did to it in Pokemon Go.
I was gonna say, I was late to the Pokemon train, and ironically enough, who got me on this was ANX Gamecast. No, was my son.
I was gonna ask if your kids played.
Not my daughter so much, but my son ended up falling in love with anime. So we're actually going through the first series.
Oh yeah,
from start to I think we just finished season 1. of the original series, and so we're going through them. I like it. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did.
Yeah,
just because it's normally not my cup of tea. But
yeah, Pokemon's not bad. It's not a bad show.
Yeah.
I grew up with it and grew out of it, and I don't want to say it was my introduction to anime, but it was one of the first anime that I watched, like the full series, waking up to get a new episode, blah blah blah. But then
I miss Saturday morning cartoons.
Right,
For real.
But then Dragon Ball Z came out.
Yeah.
So I was like, Pokemon, Dragon. Okay, let me get to some people getting their head chopped off and go that route.
So I know part of the reason why he started liking it was because of the movie.
Okay.
And I'll tell you right now, I get picky with my movies. I love all movies pretty much, but there are moments where I'm like, I don't know about that. And
I like most Marvel movies.
Yeah, going into
Detective Comics, not so much.
Oh man, that's an argument for another show right there.
All right,
we still need to have the argument. I think I said that the last time.
Yeah.
We got to schedule a show
around the corner, man.
We got to schedule a show where it's just about that.
Okay.
But no, I came out of Pokemon thinking that movie had, more right than it should have to been as good as it did. Like, I could not get over the fact that I was like, you know what? I was actually thoroughly enjoyed.
Was it the one where Pikachu talked at the end?
Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
Oh no, you're talking about
Detective Pikachu.
Detective
the one
Pikachu.
where he was talking the whole time. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There was an actual like anime movie that came out as well.
So I haven't gotten to that one. I was talking to my boy and I said, hey, let's get let's get this in order, because I know that there are, just from my reviews and everything else, I know that there are points where bad things happen to certain people, and so I don't want them to get there yet.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of take it through. So.
Which is what we're kind of doing here with Star Trek. So I haven't seen any of the new Star Trek because we got to get caught up.
Are you talking about Picard?
I haven't seen Picard or Discovery.
So I've gotten halfway through Picard. Sean and Jason, who are also the other co-host for Vagabond, they finished the season, and I'll tell you right now, Picard is beautiful, man. I love that whole thing.
Yeah, I could tell just from the couple of trailers I've seen. So.
Jean-Luc.
And I think there's a new spinoff called Strange Worlds or Other Worlds that's coming out. That's supposed to be about the crew of who is it? Captain Pike's ship.
Oh, okay.
When he had the Enterprise and everything else originally with him and Spock, but I think that's what they're spinning off in like 2 years. So
or 3 with the COVID, but we'll get into that later. Next bit of news. ANX Gamecast level 111. There's a Nioh 2 review out there right now. Link down in the description, so make sure you go check it out. Nioh 2? No?
Haven't played it yet. I'll tell you right now. I do dig the reviews. I'm gonna bash on oh man, the other gentleman just escaped me. His name
Terrence.
Terrence. Yeah.
Oh, Terrence.
No. Like, I'm listening, I'm like, come on, T, like, help us out here, because I was like, it seems at least on the majority of the ones that I've heard, he likes everything, and like, I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm not there. Not when it's video games. I'm dropping $60. This thing better entertain me and wow me for a little bit.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him to admit it one day. So he seems to like everything. Mike B he doesn't like everything, but he appears to not want to say bad things about stuff. I don't know why. So this one we're gonna get more into. I'm gonna try to pull a little bit more out of Terrence as far as like, we just have different views on things, and I just want him to share his point of view. So it makes a little more sense to people like you. That's all.
And I'll tell you, because I know as we got some of the stuff coming up a little bit later in this episode, that some of the trailers that we were watching, we'll get to that. But I have no problem bashing a video game that I don't like.
Neither does Genesis.
Yeah, I'm nice about everything. But speaking of those video game trailers we watched, y'all ready for round 2?
Yeah.
I'm ready for round 2.
Round 2.
Deep Rock Galactic. Dwarves and caves and FPS, and it looks like they were going to get gold out of caves or... So this is the one thing I will say about it. There's been a lot of indie, lower budget, first person shooters that we've
A ton.
Yeah, over the past month or two, or ever since we've been doing the ANX weekly update. This one, as far as the actual gameplay, the fluidity and the mechanics of the first person shooter actually didn't look bad. That piece didn't look bad. Why are they dwarves? I don't Galactic dwarves. I don't know. I don't.
Man, you know, you gotta shout out to the little people, brother. I mean, like that's
Oh, okay.
That's all I can tell you, man. I mean, like,
At the end of the trailer, I think it made more sense. Maybe they needed their characters to have more personality. So it was that dwarven kind of drunken humor kind of stuff going on. So I was like, okay, as opposed to more military Space Force, shout out. Kind
I
of
can't wait for that.
kind of, you know what I mean? The normal kind of Halo, this is your mission, you need to go do this kind of political, you know. So
I gotta drop this real quick. Speaking of the Space Force, the actual Space Force,
yeah.
I saw their first recruitment video.
Oh yeah.
That is nuts, dude. I can't believe we're at a point in our lives where that recruitment video is there for the Space Force.
Yeah.
Can they? Where do I sign up?
It's the first one, man. They have a link to the description and everything.
You're not going. Let's let some few others make sure first that it's.
I don't want to be that first wave
Right.
going up.
Space Force. So anyway, what did you think about this just in general?
So all FPS games for me are hard. I'm very much that. I get motion sickness really easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've noticed on some I'm getting better about it. Maybe it's just age. Maybe it's just being around the kids running around and actually, you know, getting better with it. But there are 3 on this list that that we were reviewing that I was like, I got to play that. This is one of them. This is one of them. So it does look like it's intriguing. We'll get to the other 2, but yeah, I'm for this, man. If nothing else, just for the absolute absurdity of it.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it looked okay. I mean, I didn't think it looked bad. It looked kind of basic, but not in a bad way. I mean, just kind of, there was something like, it didn't seem like it was like super, super difficult. But overall, I was like, oh, you know, it looks all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's gonna be a no for me. I mean, there's an awesome FPS out there called Call of Duty Modern Warfare that's still dope and it's still.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh.
I mean, I think I logged on yesterday and then I had like 8. There were 8 people online. And I think 3 or 4 of them were playing Call of Duty. So it's just like, I don't need Deep Rock Galactic. I can just fire up Modern Warfare. So this will be a no for me. Next game, Dungeon of the Endless.
I'm just gonna say no. I have no desire for that. Saw the trailer.
So what do you think about the outside of the mini consoles that have been released? What do you think about this new surge of like 8-bit gaming on a 4K Xbox One X
Because it's
or
been a
PS4
surge.
Pro?
Yeah,
There's a lot.
I don't understand.
I understand that people want to be able to play the games of their youth on whatever's coming out. To that point, I would rather see something being remade or remake. I mean, I haven't started. God, this is going to be a sin. I haven't started my Final Fantasy VII remake yet. Outside of
That's okay.
the first.
I don't think Terrence and Mike B has. I got to get some new friends.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you.
I will say I haven't started. I've played about the first 10 minutes or so of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it just came down to a work issue and my kids and everything else. And they're starting to play more and more in their games, so much so that I actually had to go pick up a Switch for myself, which during this time was like trying to Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
But I was able to find one. And not for the ungodly price of like double or triple what it's worth. But I don't mind seeing them on a mini console or anything else like that. If you're going to do an 8-bit surge and you're going to do a port to one of the new systems, make those free. Don't waste my money.
Well, I'm not buying a $500 system and maybe a $2,000 TV to go with it to play 8-bit games.
Yeah.
Maybe like one, but
my thing is, do we think any of these games are better than the 8-bit games that we played? Do we think this is better than Super Mario Brothers? Like, probably not. Like, I'd rather just go fire that up some kind of way.
I gotta tell you, my 15-year-old and my 9-year-old feel the same way. They don't want to play the new 8-bit that are coming out.
Yeah.
Unless I've got something boring that I've got to put on my cell phone, and even on my cell phone now, I mean, we can put in PS2, maybe PS3 graphics on there.
Yeah.
So we're not even still going back that far.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that because I thought I was going crazy. So is this a no for you?
No.
That's a no.
Yeah, no for me. All right, let's get on with it. Super Mega Baseball 3. I don't know why I just said it like that, but it sounded like I was supposed to say it that
Super
way.
Mega Baseball.
I think that's how it's promoted.
Okay. Generally speaking, I'm more of a fan of arcade-based sports games versus simulation games. It's not that I don't like simulation style sports games, but they get kind of boring sometimes. But this one,
NBA Jam,
right? NBA Jam. Give me some NBA Street.
Yes.
Give me NFL Blitz.
Thank you. I was trying to figure out. I was like, what was the NFL one? It's Blitz.
NHL Hits, I believe it was called. Yep. It was pretty dope. Okay. However, this game here, the actual gameplay didn't look very arcade-ish. It looked normal. Everything else was arcade about it with the silly animations, and I can hit you in the face with the ball, and you'll kind of spin around and fall, and I'm breaking my bat and throwing it. So it was all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm looking for, I think, MLB Slugfest? Was that the arcade style? I'm looking for like a ball being thrown and changing with a fire, a fire baseball. If you bring in a heat, maybe it's red and it turns blue. If you have a power up special.
He's on fire. No,
right. Yeah. I'm looking for something like that. This one just didn't really do it for me. What did you think about it?
When it comes to my sports games, you know what? I'm going to be easy on this one. I'm going to be really easy. It's the only sports we have right now. Let it ride.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've been watching the Korean Baseball League on.
I can't do it.
What was it, the KBO or whatever? On.
Although I will say, seeing their pitchers and our future prospects does make it interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all in all, that to me, that's a phone game.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, that's a phone game.
It kind of did look like a phone game, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a no for you too?
Yeah, no. I mean, I like the graphics because I like bubbly stuff, but I wouldn't play this.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a no for me. But Super Mega Baseball. Okay. 3. Ion Fury. Was this the one that looked like Doom?
Yes.
It was
old school Doom?
It was really dark, like super dark.
Okay, so
I gotta be honest, actually when I saw it, I thought, is this a Doom spinoff? Like, what am I looking at?
Right. I'm not familiar with Sega Saturn because I didn't have one growing up.
We have one now.
Got one now, and the games are like ridiculously expensive. We're talking, $200 to $800 for certain titles, popular titles that you may have heard of. So I don't know if Doom ever came out for Sega Saturn. Okay. However, if Doom came out for Sega Saturn, this is what I would believe it would look like.
Yeah. I'll get you that.
This is at least. I mean, it's not 8-bit graphics at least, but I mean, it's like 30. It's like 32. So now we moved up to the 32-bit graphics. Okay, that's some kind of progression, I guess.
Again, phone games. My phone should not have better graphics than some of this unless it's supposed to. Like this is they're wanting you to feel this way, but. To me, this feels a little unnecessary. It doesn't look bad, right? Again, this is probably my second one that I'm like, I could play this, but I also know myself to know I'm going to get tired of this really fast.
Yeah, you're not going to play it for very long. I think what I feel like is every time we do this show and then I go load up the Xbox Game Pass, all those games are right there. So I think this is just something that Microsoft has opened up to all the indie and smaller developers and say, hey, we'll break you off X amount of dollars. You can put it on our Game Pass for free. And people can play it for free. So generally speaking, if you already have the Game Pass, these games are free, but they're not free because you're paying for the Game Pass. So it's just like,
I'll tell you what I love about free is when it's done right. And when it's done right, you get the Nathan Drake collection.
Okay.
PS4. And I had a friend keep telling me, and actually it was Sean, he kept telling me, he was like, hey, you gotta play this, you can play it. And when I saw it pop for free, I was like, I'm downloading all of it. I finished one in a couple days. Zoe's on 3 already, and I mean, I'm just sitting there thinking, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see on my free.
Okay, so what did you think of this Ion Fury?
I mean, I don't know if it was just me, but I felt like I was squinting. Like it was so dark.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't see very well.
I immediately thought Doom when I saw that Coke machine. and how it was presented.
Yeah, even the monsters. So I don't really. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Odd World Munch's Odyssey. So I'm not gonna lie here. I've never played an Odd World. I haven't played one. I know it seemed like it was super popular, 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago. However, what I will say about this is that it does get some kind of kudos from me, only because compared to all these other trailers we saw, this one actually looked like a real game.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play it.
Yeah.
I'm like you. I didn't get to play it. I think it was a Xbox exclusive, and I didn't bother with it. But
yeah, I didn't. Speaking of Saturn, I didn't own an Xbox until 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I never had an Xbox. So
yeah, this looks very playable for me on the Switch. Right.
Okay.
Again, this is one of those things that this is why I decided let's get an extra Switch, because I want to play some of this stuff as well, and I know my kids may or may not want to play the same thing. So yeah.
This one, I thought this one looked good.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a no for me, but it's a kudos, but it's also a no for the same reason. It's a no because I don't know if this actually looks good to me or if it just looks good compared to this other mess that we've been watching. The thing that threw me was the dude in the wheelchair. I don't think I've ever. I guess outside of X-Men, I don't think I've ever played a game with somebody like
absolutely representing different abilities on the games that we reviewed today.
Yeah. So anyway, let's move on. We might have one more. I think. We didn't watch this one.
Oh no, I did.
So you watched it. So tell us about it.
No, absolutely not.
What is it?
Let me put it to you this way. So apparently you're taking care of your pet, and your pet absolutely starts talking back to you and is like
Pikachu talking.
No, actually, well, yeah, like Ryan Reynolds talking back to you.
Oh,
do you not? Did you forget about me? Do you not love me? I'm like,
oh gosh,
I love animals, but on this video game, I would absolutely be looking for a piece of chocolate to give that dog. Like I'd be
milk chocolate specifically.
All right, so we were not prepared for this. I forgot all about this game, probably for good reason. I probably tried to put it out of my brain.
It's probably a subconscious thing.
Yeah, just like so taking care of pets and got to feed them and play with them and stuff, I'm assuming.
One more time, I'm not wasting money on what would be a free downloadable phone game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly what that is.
All right. Those Who Remain
was the third and probably best of the first-person shooters that I was reviewing.
So
actually,
was it first-person shooter?
It's first-person.
I know it's first-person view, but I don't. So that was my problem with this trailer. The story, what they were telling us, sounded great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then they didn't really show us a lot, and then it started getting weird, and then it went off.
The trailer on this made me go and hunt down whatever gameplay footage I could find.
Oh, okay.
It looks very interesting. Again, not a great FPS person for this, but this makes me want to. I want to play this.
Well, did it seem more like trying to? Is it true survival horror? Which means because there was a game called Siren that came out where they just dropped you off in the woods and there was something happening you didn't really know. I mean, I think I had a rubber band and a broken flashlight.
MacGyver.
Yeah, like that's what I had in the middle of the woods in this shack. Like I didn't have a gun, I didn't have unlimited ammo.
In the middle of the woods in a shack sounds like the Unabomber story right there.
So seem something like that, or did it seem like it gave you?
It didn't. They did not go into specifics, and then you couldn't get into. I don't think there was any main gameplay scene, but what they were showing, and then what they were showing was pretty good. It looked very much like pop around the corner, be careful on how you're doing it, and then of course the last one shows you running, get flipped around, and shows one of the monsters that's chasing you, and it did have a little bit of a terrifying element to it. Where
it looked like it was more of like a psychological kind of thing going on. So
yeah,
I'm wondering if at the end of the day you shot all these monsters, but really you just end up killing your family.
Yeah, it looked good.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That'd be crazy. So anyway,
maybe not in the COVID times, but
right.
Wait, was that out loud?
I think so.
Yeah, edit that, will you?
Don't know how. But so it's a maybe for me. It's not a no, but it's a maybe.
I would like you to play this.
Okay. Y'all ready for round 3?
You're round 3.
Round 3.
We got to get going because Ray got to get out of here.
I got a follow-up show for this one.
So my story for the day, the news. Epic Games has a store. They give away free games a lot. They decided to give away Grand Theft Auto 5 for free. Everybody went to download it, and the store crashed.
Yep.
Why is this news? Most people probably don't care. It's news. It's news for me because I don't have the specific number because I didn't come prepared. But I know Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of the best-selling video games of all time. It is one of the best-selling video games every year since it has come out. The fact that everyone probably owns this game, played this game, beat this game, yet it still crashed the store when they gave it away for free.
Under 18 buyers.
Under 18. So that's the story. But my point of all this is what you were alluding to earlier, that some of the conversation that happens on our normal podcast. If you just put out a good game,
mm-hmm.
then you should be good.
Mm-hmm.
They've been putting out like one for the last two systems. They put out one GTA per console,
mm-hmm.
and it's still outselling everything. Just put out a good product, and you'll be good.
It's like everything else, man.
This game came out 2015, I think. 14.
What are we? 2020?
2020.
16.
Yeah, it's no.
I thought it was 16.
No, because I just loaded it up and I had save files from 2015.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Wow.
Because I hadn't played it since then. But yeah, so you just put out a good game. Everything else will take care of itself.
I don't even play it that much, and I have it. Like, because
it's one of those that you just get.
You get it because you know, and you're gonna play it, right? Like, don't get me wrong. And there are times where I'm like, I kind of want to open it back up, but you know, I get stuck on a Nathan Drake, or I get stuck on. Definitely still stuck on Red Dead 2.
I mean, I literally just bought an Xbox One S from Jason, a different Jason. Shout out. And in one of the game cases of a game that I knew was coming with the system, Grand Theft Auto 5 was stuffed in there, disc only. I was like, okay. I mean, so again, I don't know. Like I said, I just think this speaks more to the kind of the points I've been making about just putting out a good product up front, a more complete product up front. Doesn't need a bunch of updates, doesn't need all these gimmicks and all this other stuff, and you'll be good. That's how I feel about this game. I'm not saying they didn't do updates. I feel like they released it incomplete. However, once it was completed, it is dope. And I've said this before, I don't feel like they have to put out another Call of Duty this year. If they don't want to, they can just keep adding on to this one, and they will be good the same way they do GTA 5.
Look at Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
They've just been adding, add-ons, and that game's still tons of players worldwide.
Right.
Ghost of Tsushima, when that comes out, that'll be me. I think that looks like a brilliant
It's coming
game.
out soon, right?
Well, it's supposed to come out this month, but everything got pushed back, so I think it's late June.
Okay.
Maybe July.
So, any thoughts about Grand Theft Auto 5? I know you didn't pay too much attention to it. You just kept asking me why there are naked girls on the screen. So.
Yeah. No, I liked it though. I mean, but it's been a while since you played it. I mean, well, like you said, 15.
Yeah. I got someone that wants to review it. So I played it before we had a podcast. Someone wants to review it, so I'm gonna pick it back up and go ahead and give it a proper review, and then
don't forget the strip clubs in there.
Yeah. And the dates.
That's what the reason I asked is because before I saw him playing it, I had always heard about the, kind of questionable activities going on in that game.
Very much so.
Yeah. And so I was like, where's that at? Like, I want to see what everybody's always talking about. The car bouncing up and down and whatever.
Or other things bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is a family show. Let's get to the next. let's get to the next bit of news.
Yeah, we just started
sorry. I got a question of the week. Do you still actively play Grand Theft Auto 5? So you already answered that question, which is no, but you have it
sporadically.
You don't know anything about GTA.
I know some. I just don't play it.
It's a no for me. But we want to know what you think. So put your answers down in the comments section below. Next bit of news. So I used this image. I didn't want to use this image because it's just all Marvel.
Right.
I'm pretty sure some DC stuff is getting delayed too. And probably should just stay delayed and never come out because it's probably trash anyway.
Unless it's Joker.
Oh.
If it's Joker, it can come out.
You know what we do like a 2 weeks max, maybe 3 weeks. We need to plan a DC show.
You live around the corner.
I'm just saying.
So I didn't do too much reading on this because I just got tired of all the delayed updates. This got canceled. This is shut down. This is okay. But so all of this.
Except for maybe the Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, everything's pushed back into the spot after that it's given. So Black Widow, for instance, on this list is now where Eternals is, and so forth and so forth.
Okay, but so everything probably pushed back 5 to 6 months.
I think in a couple of instances, there's maybe even a 9-month one. Doctor Strange, for instance, got pushed back a full year. They're going to let something else take its place. But I'm really curious with Marvel because all their movies have to sync a certain way. Yeah. Which is one of the reasons why I think having this long extended break of seeing a Marvel film in the proper MCU is probably for the best because, quite frankly, of all the movies that are getting pushed back, the one I'm looking forward to isn't even a Marvel movie or a DC movie. It's 2 of them. One was, three. One was Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm really sad that got pushed back to next year. The other one was Candyman. I really wanted to see
another Candyman.
Yeah, I wanted to see Chris Rock's take on that, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that they've got the original Candyman coming back. Love that. And then Godzilla vs. Kong. You know, and granted,
weren't we supposed to do a review with them about Godzilla? We went out and watched that crap. I mean, okay.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was with Terrence.
Oh, that was Vagabond.
I think it was us. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do it.
No.
We I don't think any of us got to it.
I know we're trying to hurry, but I just want to say it's gonna be weird when these movies do come back. It's gonna be interesting to see where we are because there's like talk that movie theaters may be done. Like this may be bought by Amazon or something, and just everything is streamed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be.
I think what you're going to see is the rise of well, its own little trailer, right? The rise of drive-ins. I think we'll see a huge comeback in drive-ins.
Yeah.
But I know AMC, of course, filing for bankruptcy with Amazon looking to buy them outright. And last night it was just announced that the Arizona division of Alamo Theater, they filed for bankruptcy yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
So they're one of the ones that I would think would be able to make this. And to be fair, their Texas divisions have been doing great because they kind of shifted how they were doing this. But so the corporate portion of Alamo movies is actually doing pretty good. But
Arizona's not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting. Sure. Yeah, we'll see.
So anyway, lots of delays. Also impacting some video games too. So
yeah, again, Ghost of Tsushima, which. I don't know if you got to see that gameplay trailer that they released this week. Oh my God, that looks beautiful, dude.
Yeah, looks pretty good. So we got one last story before we get out of here. I see $3 signs. I see Animal Crossing. This must be your story.
Oh yeah, can't you tell?
Yeah. No, I pretty much talk about Animal Crossing every week. So this headline just kind of caught my eyes because it basically said you can now get paid to play Animal Crossing. Well, what it really boils down to is a company in Hong Kong is hiring people to the listing is for gaming specialists, but they're asking you to design specific islands for a month, which doesn't surprise me because now that I've been to other islands, like it's insane what people do to these islands. Like some people have like an eye for filling that island, like every space, and it's beautiful. Mine looks like a hot mess, but anyway, they're paying like $1,700, I think, in US dollars, with the possibility of extending to a contract. And then there's another company called Olivia's or something, and they're looking for virtual interior design consultants to help decorate. Because my thing is, when I see this stuff, I'm like, oh my God, I want my island to look that pretty. And I have all the tools to do it, but it's very time consuming because you have to like create paths and you got to be able to visualize like how it's going to look. And I just don't have that skill.
Well, I think more video games should kind of go down this path. There's too many people playing Animal Crossing for this to be like a big thing. But a lot of people are doing this anyway. So I think that's been the motto of video game players forever, right? All you're wasting your time. It's just a game, and then it turned into where you can now get paid for competitions. Now you can get paid to just do stuff in game. So I mean, people are doing this anyway. This is a good marketing campaign to keep people playing this game when otherwise they don't have anything else to do in the game. But it's a possibility of being chosen to make $1,700 a month doing something you're going to do anyway.
Because I would love to have somebody come help me design my island. I mean, when I see these other ones, I'm just like,
I'll get my son right on that.
oh my gosh! But I can't pay him. Like,
We're only going to charge $1,500.
that's it. We'll lower it.
We'll lower it.
Yeah. So what do you think about that kind of?
You know what? I think, especially when we saw Minecraft pop up, I think people having this being done, and like my son and daughter both love doing that, and they'll go and create their own things, and
Is it the new Legos?
You know what?
Virtual Legos?
Probably is.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I mean, because I did the same thing when I was little, but it wasn't in video games because the functionality wasn't there to create your own stuff. It was just...
Yeah, I would agree with that statement.
All right, so y'all ready to wrap up the show?
Let's do it.
Well, I've got to actually wrap up the show.
I
don't have a choice, man.
You don't have no choice? Okay, so let me see if I can go here. All right, so we did the update. Want to get a plug in for your show one more time. Again, don't worry too much about the links. I'll put that down in the description. But if they want to...
Vagabond Nerds on Facebook, on YouTube. Catch us if you want to, drop us a line.
Every other Saturday, right?
Every other Saturday, 11 o'clock, we go live. Reach out to us. We have fun. We talk about everything, like I said, aliens to music to
crocheting,
comic books, crocheting. You know what? I'm gonna bring that up on the show. Like right after, I'm gonna bring up crocheting.
So just no video games. Got it.
Well, we have this podcast that we listen to for all of our video game news. I think it's called ANX.
ANX Gamecast?
Yeah.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. They're all right, man. I like them.
They're okay.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
So speaking of ANX Gamecast, speaking of Vagabond Nerds, and all the games that we mentioned today in the show, the links are down in the description below. Make sure to check it out.
That's it for this week's update. If you enjoyed the show, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we release new episodes. See you next week.
Don't you be afraid.